What's up, buddies? What, Jim? And I'm back doing another live stream. It's been a while since I've done one. Last time was the format of my Scarborough holiday, and now I'm, of course, back from my Scarborough holiday. I'm glad to be back, and in this live stream, we're doing a contest entry for Richard McCook. I'm also going to be showing what records I bought when I went to Scarborough, and I bought quite a few records when I went there. And in fact, I had to get a new unit for records, which you can see next to me. As you can see, my bedroom does look a bit different. We've had a bit of a different rearrangement in my bedroom, but I think I like the way that it looks right now. And Richard, I don't think he's going to be watching this live. I think he said he's got work. But whenever you do watch this, Richard, I hope you enjoy my entry in your contest. We've got Jason saying you're back. Yeah, I'm back, Jason. I'm back doing it this time doing a contest for Richard McCook, and it's the quarter contest. So I'm going to be reading what it says in Richard McCook's description of his contest, and I've also linked the contest announcement he's done in the comment section below as well. Well, not comment section, in the description below, as well as his channel. Please subscribe to Richard's, one of the great guys of the vinyl community, and this is the vinyl community contest. So in the description says you can show any format, vinyl, CD, cassette, just also any sort of music format. I'm going to be showing vinyl and CDs as well. You're going to be subscribed to his channel, which I have been for quite some time now. Make a video, but this is a live stream. But that's Richard, and he's all right with me doing this as a live stream. And once I've done this, I will then I'll let Richard know. Probably let him know I don't want any comments of that video. I'm not really sure yet, but it said use hashtag quarter contest in the title of the video if you wish. I decided to go ahead and do that for this live stream, and the closing date for this is the 4th of August, 11:59 p.m. and this is UK time, more specifically British Standard Time. And the draw will take place Saturday, 5th of August, and the prize money is £50 or equivalent in your currency, and paid through PayPal or Amazon. And they said good luck. And there's also a fourth question in this, but the fourth question is optional. So the first question is show 4 eponymously titled albums, which I think it means self-titled albums. I'm going to wait for my mum to come in a few seconds so she can show you those self-titled albums. In fact, she's here now.
So what's first?
Well,
hello.
I'll let you choose which one you want to go with first.
A bit alphabetical order then.
All right.
I got them out.
So this is one I bought from Scarborough, and this is Don McLean's self-titled. Still not listened to it yet, and I'm not even familiar with any of the songs from it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that one at some point. I love American Pie; it's one of my favourite albums. So yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that one. And the next one that Mum's going to be showing us is another one I got in Scarborough, and it's Elvis Presley's self-titled.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very influential album. It's a great album. My favourite songs on it are probably Blue Suede Shoes, and I think my favourite is I'm Counting on You, as well as I Love You Because. Yeah, it's a classic album.
And then
I still think it's one of Elvis's best albums I've heard. And then we got this is probably my favourite album of the 70s. That's Jackson Browne subtitled. I used to think it was called Saturate before using, as it says it on the cover, but no, it's just self-titled. And yeah, this is I've listened to quite a few of his albums, Jackson Browne's album, but this is definitely my favourite of his. Yeah, I love it.
Just the 3.
Yeah. Oh, and we got these.
Yeah.
And the final one, these are the CDs.
2 CDs.
But they're both the same CD.
Exactly the same.
I've got them both different times. They're both signed. By Jonathan Pushkar. One of them has my name, one of them just says thank you. It's really cool. I've got 2 of those CDs. I only bought one of them, but one of them he actually sent to me. And actually the CDs themselves, they look like records.
One's got a Lego piece in it.
Yeah.
And
It's got a Lego piece of his second album. And that's his Lego channel called Mini Superheroes Today. And it comes in Lego brick of his second album.
That's the album. Ah, see.
And
It's the brick of the album.
You might as well show the CD inside it. It looks like a record.
Ah. I can't keep going the wrong way here.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
So the Gem record label.
Very good.
Right, so it's the first part of Richard's contest. Thanks for the help, Mel.
You're welcome.
Might as well have a drink while you're there.
Usual.
All right. So that's the first part. The second part is what the album you've got in your collection with the longest with the longest album title, and I got it behind me. It's the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album. It's got 50 letters. And I wasn't sure whether that was the longest or another John one I've got called. I think it's called Captain Fantastic. And the Dirt Brown Cowboy, it's what it's called, but no, it's Ziggy Stardust that's got more letters. And then it's the album with the least amount of letters. And for me, it's the Beatles one. Because you've got one digit. Yeah, it's a great Beatles compilation.
That's obvious.
So that's the contest done for you, Richard. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And best of luck to everybody else who went to the contest. And again, please subscribe to Richard's contest. It's in the description, but what contest and his channel are both in the description below. So that's the first part of the contest. What of the live stream? Now I'm going to show you the records I bought in Scarborough. And I'm going to be doing something I've never done on my channel before, which is what on my live stream, that is screen sharing. So I'm going to be doing that right now. Hopefully I'm still in a few seconds. Alright, so here's the first lot of CDs.
Not CDs.
Records, I should say, yeah. There I am. It worked. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got the names written down of the albums on my phone. So the first one is Jackson Browne album. Well, actually, I might as well just read them for where they are there. So the first one is a Jackson Browne album called Lawyers in Love. I've not heard that one yet, but I'm looking forward to listening to that one because all the Jackson Browne albums I've heard so far I love. So yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that one. And of course, Elvis Presley self-titled. A great debut album. Then you got Eric Clapton. I think it's 461 Ocean Boulevard. It's something like that. But it's meant to be one of his best albums. And I got all these albums were quite cheap as well. They weren't very expensive albums. And the only one that was new there was the Elvis one. All the others were pre-loved albums. I also got a Best of Cream, which is quite funny because I was actually watching Jason the Old Millennial. He was unboxing an album by Cream, and I bought one the same day I watched that video. So I thought that was quite cool. Also bought Pipes of Peace by Paul McCartney. Speaking of Jason, he thinks that's a very underrated album, and I agree. I think it's a really good album. And then we've got a Ringo one. I've never heard this Ringo one before, as it wasn't available on Spotify. It's called Motto Gravure, something like that. But I'm looking forward to listening to that one. And after that, we've got Moods, which is a compilation that's got the 60s and 70s songs on it, just mishmash of all sorts of songs. It's got Carpenters, it's also got ABBA. I think it's got an Elton John song on there. I think it's got Someone Save My Life Tonight. So it's got all sorts of songs. It's got the Hollies as well. And the one album after that, I've got Art Garfunkel's first album called Angel. I think it's called Angel Glare. And I'm going to be listening to that one when it's the anniversary for it, which is coming out. It'll be the 50th anniversary soon. But I'm not listening to that one. I've not listened to any of Art Garfunkel's studio albums. Looking forward to listening to that one. We've got Jason saying, I want to get that album, Pipes of Peace. I recommend to get it on vinyl. I've also got Tug of War as well. And we've got my dad saying, hey Jim, is it worth getting new versus pre-loved albums with a good sonic record cleaner? Ooh. Well, I think if you've got a good sonic record cleaner, which fortunately we have, so because of that, I would say pre-loved albums because the cheaper with the sonic record cleaner, it sounds pretty much new anyway. And Jason's saying, yeah, I've got the Best of Cream. haven't listened to it yet. I've not listened to My Best of Cream either. And we got the comment, I need to get some Jackson Brown albums. Love the song Stay. Yeah, I like the song Stay as well. Do you like Harry Nilsson? The Beatles said he was their favourite singer. I love Harry Nilsson. And yeah, the Beatles thought very highly of him. And my favourite album of his is Dilson Schmilson, which is one of my favourite albums of all time. And actually, I think I'll listen to the album again soon. It's been a while since I've listened to it. But the next album, this is one I've actually heard, as well as the Elvis album, and that is the Paul Simon Songbook. It's a fantastic album, one of my favourite albums of the year. It came out in 1965. It's acoustic versions of a lot of his classic songs before he brought them to Simon and Garfunkel. So you've got Ivor Rock on there, you've also got The Sound of Silence. You've got a few songs from Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme. You've also got Kathy's song. But there's also songs that he never sang with Simon and Garfunkel. So if you're a fan of Simon and Garfunkel and not heard that album, I recommend listening to that one. And that's Paul Simon's debut as well. And then we've got John Lennon Rock and Roll, which is just John Lennon singing standard rock and roll songs. But I think it's a very underrated album. I think it sounds great. I think John did a really great job on that album. So the first lot of records, 10 in total. So I'm going to stop screen sharing for a moment to get the next picture up. All right, let's do this. A big thanks to Briar. He's the reason how I was able to do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have figured out how to have done this. So here's the next lot of albums. Okay, so we've got Wings at the Speed of Sound. This is my favourite purchase I got because it's not only meant to be one of the best live albums, but it was in really great condition and it only cost £9. And it's a triple album. £9 for a triple album. I mean, it was really great condition as well. Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that one very, very soon. I've also got Discovery by ELO. I love the album. I think it's a very underrated album. It's got songs like Don't Bring Me Down, Midnight Blue. I think that's quite underrated. It's also got, I think it's called Shine Little Light. It's been a while since I've heard the album. I've also got ELO Face the Music and ELO Balance of Power. I've not heard any of those two ELO albums. And also got Best of Eddie Cochran. I don't know any of Eddie Cochran. I think I know one or two of the songs, but I thought I'll give it a go. I'll give it a listen and see what I think of him. We got Jason saying to do my albums without listening to them first. I'll do a bit of both. Sometimes buy albums I've heard before, sometimes buy albums I don't. I do a bit of both, really, Jason. And then we got a compilation of Johnny Cash, because recently I saw a Johnny Cash film about him called Walk the Line. I thought that film was really great. And yeah, one of my favourite biopics. So it inspired me to go, because I went to this record store twice, and this is the second time I went. And I thought when I went the second time, I want to find a Johnny Cash compilation. So I found one, and I've heard it. I've heard the album. I wasn't hugely impressed with the second side of the album, not gonna lie, but the first side, I thought that was fantastic. It had songs like Walk the Line, Folsom Prison Blues, which is my favourite Johnny Cash song. But I was disappointed the album didn't have Get Rhythm, which is another one of my favourite Johnny Cash songs. We've also got Paul McCartney, All the Best, which when I went to the record store the first time, I didn't buy it because we already had it on CD. When I saw it a second time, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this again and just get on vinyl. And actually, I think there's a couple of tracks that aren't on the CD but are on the vinyl. So yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that one at some point. But no, I know pretty much all the songs from it, so I know exactly all the songs from it. So that'll be one of the last of these albums I'll be listening to, but I'll still get to it at some point. And then we've got Billy Joel and Innocent Man. This is the one that's got Uptown Girl. I've never had a Billy Joel vinyl before. I've got The Stranger on CD. I wanted to get it on vinyl, but it was too expensive. But I can't really listen to that one. I think I know I think it's got the song Longest Time on it, which I think is really great. And then we've got the Hollies, self-titled. So yeah, we've got the Hollies CDs to listen to and the vinyl to listen to. I'm actually going to be seeing the Hollies in concert So I'll make sure to listen to all the albums I've got before I see them in concert. It's not all the original members, I think, so you've got one original member. And then you've got John McClane, self-titled, which I already mentioned that earlier in the stream. So yeah, they're the albums I bought when I went to the record store. What 20 in total? Quite a lot. So much so, like I was saying, I had to buy another unit for records, and I got a new unit for CDs. So yeah, what more space for records and CDs now? And we got Eddie Cochran was so cool, gone way too young. I didn't even know he was no longer with us. So I guess R.I.P. Eddie Cochran. How old was he when he died? I got my dad to see what's the most you've ever spent on one album. Oof. We got my dog Amber coming in. Hello, Amber. That's the most you've ever spent on one album. Oof. I never really thought about it. Probably I'd spent about £50 getting Bob Dylan Highway 61 revisited because it was the first press. It was the first ever press. It was the first press I ever got, and yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. One of my favourite albums I've got on vinyl, and yeah, I think that's probably the most expensive one. I think Eddie was only 22. Car crash in Somerset. Oh, I had no idea he was that young. Wow, it's crazy. Right, well, there's one more thing I want to show you, and that is another. But this isn't a record I bought at that place. This is a CD. I don't know if I can find it. Let's go and get it. Where is it? There it is. This is where I saw the Proclaimers. He signed the CD for me. I met the Proclaimers before I saw them in concert, and it was the day we got back from Scarborough. But it was great to meet them again. I met them in 2019, so it was great to meet them again. They're really, really nice. They shouted out my YouTube channel. You might have seen that YouTube short. But they actually said, give Butter Jim 500 subscribers and 500 more because it's in 500 miles. But unfortunately, because of the wind, we couldn't really include that part of the short because we couldn't hear those words. But actually, the Proclaimers manager actually videoed the same clip, but his wouldn't have that wind effect. So I was tempted to delete the short I did on when the Proclaimers shouting at my channel, but it had too many views. I didn't want to go ahead and do that. But I'm rambling on about that. But either way, yeah, the CD is very, very cool. Eddie Cochran died late 50s. Most accident, he was in his 20s. Yeah, can't believe that. Or was it? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's it for Richard's contest. And that's records I bought in Scarborough. My favourite, like I said, probably Wings Over America. My second favourite, I'm not really sure. Maybe Jackson Brown. I'm not really sure. But I'll probably conclude the live stream in a few minutes. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. And the next one I'm going to be doing is going to be, I think, going to be Asking Anything and Everything live stream. But at some point, I'm going to be doing an interview live stream with Mickey Maffey. Him and his band, Symptoms of Lunacy, released their second album. I've not heard their first one yet, but the album is called, it's called Hello Brother. I think that's what it's called, but I've only heard it once. I thought it was fantastic, though. I recommend listening to the album. It's either called Hey Brother or Hello Brother. I think it's called Hello Brother. But I really enjoyed going on my Scarborough holiday. Got a couple of videos coming out next week for it. I'm doing 2 videos next week, not 1, because I just had too much. I've got too much to show you for Scarborough. Couldn't really do it in 1 video, so I thought for a change we'll do 2 videos next week for Scarborough. Why not? But all the records I've shown you today, all the CDs, you can let me know which one was your favourite. Either in the chat if you want, or in the comments after the stream is over. But I'm going to be listening to a couple of albums after this live stream. I'm going to listen to Bruce Springsteen's Western Stars, as well as Katie Tunstall, Eye to the Telescope. I've not heard Eye to the Telescope all the way through. I've only heard the second side. The reason why I've only heard the second side is because when my dad played it last night, he thought the second side was the first side. It was the way that it was labelled on the record. It just confuse those who end up listening to the second side instead of the first side. So we'll finish the album later, as well as Western Stars, one of my favourite Bruce Springsteen albums. And yeah, one of my favourite produced albums as well. But so cool that I was able to get the screen share feature working on my live streams. That's a real game changer. That's something that I'm definitely going to be using more often. But hopefully you enjoy my contest entry, Richard. Hopefully you enjoy watching. I appreciate it if you like this live stream. And I guess I might as well see you guys next live stream or video or even YouTube short. Until next time, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. Until next time, ciao.